Danny Carvajal is winning this competition 6 times. Seriously, not enough to tell you I maybe should not headbutt my opponent when there's 8K quality cameras all around the stadium recording you. Listen, you're a legend. Every single Madrid fan, I can speak for all of them. We all adore you. But that was really, really silly. Now, all is forgiven because you're awesome. You are the captain. You've won 6 Champions League titles with us. You've helped us win La Ligas, multiple titles, blah, blah, blah. You always bleed for the badge. I will always love Danny Carvajal. In fact, I love Danny Carvajal so much, I still think he should start over Trent, who, for some reason, could not play more than 3 minutes. Now, I don't really quite know what happened. I had to go to work. So there's lots going on. I didn't get to read any reports, any articles, or nothing. But I must admit, it is not going well for Trent in Madrid, as I predicted. Kai, please don't cry. My dog is right here. Yeah, I predicted this would happen. I don't think the system is going to fit him. I don't think that he's strong enough defensively. Um, and I don't think that he is just going to be able to really solidify that starting spot. I think it's going to be a toss up the whole season, especially considering I think Carvajal last year only renewed for 1 year. So this might be Carvajal's last season. So I think we're going to squeeze out as much out of Carvajal as we possibly can and just we're just going to wring all the life and energy out of him unfortunately. I love the guy. I wish he could continue to stay. Who knows? Maybe we even offer him a contract extension at the end of the season depending on how he's looking. He's been looking great so far, besides, headbutting his opponent. But hey, it is what it is. He's allowed to make mistakes. He's a legend. Everyone's allowed to make mistakes, but especially if you're Danny Carvajal, you can make mistakes. So we'll see how things go for Trent. This whole right back situation is going to be a little strange. But going into our next La Liga game against Espanyol, we now have no Trent and Carvajal can't. Wait, red cards don't carry over into La Liga if you get them in the Champions League. Or did they change that last year? I don't know, but there is potential that we don't have a right back for next game, which could mean Valverde at right back, Ceballos in the midfield, could mean Asensio at right back, although that's probably one I don't want to see, but we'll see how things go. Other talking points from the game. Vinny Jr. dropped to the bench. Now, Rodrigo absolutely cooked. Now, for those of you that know, I've been a Rodrigo lover. Now, I did say that I want him to leave because I don't think it's right for a player of his caliber to sit on the bench. I want what's best for Rodrigo at the end of the day and what's best for Real Madrid. And what's best for Real Madrid is not being overloaded in the same position with 3 players that are all world class. But he came in yesterday and just caused absolute mayhem. Like that tackle that they made on Rodrigo, I think it was Kondogbia, to try to win the ball in the box, which is what led to our penalty, was one of the most desperate lunges I've ever seen. And that only happens because of his individual quality. And I've been saying this for years. I made a TikTok about this. Rodrigo is more effective on the left wing than Vinny. I know that's an insane statement. I know that's crazy to say when Vinny has won us 2 Champions League finals off the left wing. But against low blocks especially, Rodrigo is able to cause mayhem. He can literally weasel his way through 4 or 5 defenders. Vinny can't do that. Can Vinny beat 1 or 2 guys? Absolutely. But he doesn't have that technical elegance. And I'm not saying Vinny's not technical. Please do not misunderstand what I'm saying. He doesn't have the technical elegance of Rodrigo to just dribble through 4 or 5 players. Okay? It's still a toss-up for me on this debate. Do we sell Vinny to Saudi Arabia for $1 billion? Or do we sell Rodrigo to some other European club for 90 mil, 80 mil? Do we sell Vinny for 150 mil to another European team? I don't know. I've gone so many different ways with this. And frankly, I'm just tired of talking about it. But, hi, Kai. The thing is, though, there's one undisputed statement that I'm going to make now. And it is that Mbappe is the main man of this team now. I don't know how I feel about it. A lot of you know how I feel about Mbappe. I did always say he will cook as long as he defends. Because if he defends and we turn the ball over in high areas on the pitch, Mbappe will score goals for fun. and he's helped that. Yesterday against Marseille, Rulli messed up like 3 or 4 times. I think that's the name of the goalkeeper because of Mbappe's pressure. I've already seen, I think, 3 goals this season simply of just Chouameni specifically winning the ball high and then just playing a perfect ball into one of Mbappe or the attackers, and then we score off of it. When we press as a collective, we are significantly more dangerous. When we press with 11 and win the ball high up the field, considering we have some of the most athletic players on planet Earth, we can cause a lot of danger. Think of some of the teams with the best pressing systems. Think about Liverpool a couple years ago. Think about Barca. Like, Liverpool had some athletic freaks. Barca maybe not as much, but they had really good systems. Liverpool was probably the best pressing team on the planet for the better of 5 years because they had a good pressing system and athletic freaks. And there was a season where Mane, Firmino, and Salah, I might be wrong on this. I might be remembering the statistic wrong, but they each had 20 goals. Or it could be that they each had 20 goal contributions, so goals and assists. I don't remember, but like, think about how insane that is. And it comes from them working as a collective. And the more we get that out of Real Madrid, the better we will be. As I said, for an entire season straight. I don't know why it took so long to click in everyone's head. Now, let's talk about the rest of the defenders. I thought Militao, Saddam Hossein, and Carreras had solid games. Militao looked a little bit shaky, but we were also playing with an extremely high line, with Hossein sometimes stepping into the midfield, Carreras being high, and us literally leaving just Militao back there. So considering the circumstances he was in, I thought he did quite well. Now, on top of that, Carreras has been a bargain buy. When we first signed Carreras, I was slightly upset. I'm like, 55 mil on a left back nobody knows. And at the time, I didn't even know he was a Real Madrid youth product. But, oh my God, this guy has made me bite my tongue. He has been... So as I was saying, Carreras hasn't done anything stellar, like get 10 goals and 10 assists in the first 5 games. But he's just been sound. He's been what we need, a calming presence at the back that can contribute in the attack and can contribute in the defense. Ferland Mendy has no idea what soccer is once he's on the ball. He just doesn't understand the sport. Fran Garcia looked very good at the Club World Cup, but granted it was against opposition that maybe wasn't of the highest quality. Defensively at times, he looks shaky. Another caveat we have with Fran Garcia is he's very impatient in the attacking third. It's always just a cross. When we don't have Benzema, Bale, Cristiano, we don't have any of those guys anymore. And our one box presence this season is out with a shoulder injury. So there was lots of times last year where it was just spam crosses in the box to nobody because we don't have any aerial presence. It's a little bit better this year, and I think it's a little bit better this past Club World Cup because Gonzalo Garcia was playing. I don't know if he directly assisted him at any... He might have against Dortmund. I don't remember, but you guys get the point. You can do better with crosses when you have at least one box threat in the box, even if you don't cross it to the box threat. The center backs, they're focused on the box threat. They know who the guy is in the air. Chouameni, another spectacular performance. I am really worried about this guy getting injured or suspended because we will be screwed. We will be in a really bad situation. They tested against a team in the preseason, one of the preseason friendlies. They tested Alaba in that center back that moves into midfield role. I mean, it's Alaba. We all know what Alaba's capable of on the ball. Will he be shaky defensively? Maybe, possibly. We've seen it in the past. Chouameni doesn't have that shakiness in him as much. And I think it just comes down to the fact that he's more athletic, in all honesty. Now, Mastantuono, this is another talking point I had for the game. Did a lot of good stuff, but that end product is missing. We really, really need him to get that end product. Now, he's 18 or 19. It's not the end of the world. When Vinny first joined, when Rodrigo first joined, they could not finish to save their lives. But he is creating a lot of danger without scoring. He is helping us in a lot of ways. And he also presses like a mad dog. I absolutely love the energy and the intensity with which this guy presses. Well, let's see. Brahim Diaz came on, did okay, wasn't spectacular. I'm a bit disappointed in Brahim Diaz, I have to be honest. He had the opportunity to make a starting spot his own because Xabi Alonso's looking at Mastantuono and thinking this kid's 18. Like, we can't put that kind of pressure on him. Brahim Diaz is an experienced player. He's won the Champions League. He scored lots of goals. He's a good player, right? We he definitely could have had. So Brahim Diaz really could have become a undisputed starter, or maybe a solidified starter, not an undisputed starter. But he didn't do much with his opportunities. Now, I don't know if that means he's going to continue to never start or not get opportunities, but it is a bit disappointing, especially considering what we know he's capable of. Um, Rodrigo, like we talked about, great game. Mbappe he was involved, he was impactful, he was moving throughout the game. Bit hard to score an open play against Marseille. They were really, really locked down at the back, but there was also a few opportunities that were wasted that I think we should have done better with. In the first, I want to say 10 minutes, we could have been 2-0 up, but we were very wasteful. Mbappe missed a bicycle kick, and obviously I understand it's soccer. You're going to miss. No big deal. But overall, it was a grindy result. We had to work really hard for it. We may or may not have gotten a little bit lucky with that penalty, but hey, I will take it considering the La Liga referees are trying their absolute best to just not let us win La Liga. So maybe UEFA can help us a little bit and we can get some luck with the calls there. I'm going to keep this video relatively shorter because I have to leave for class. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you're coming from TikTok, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed, please hit that like button. If you want to be part of these videos in the future, hit that subscribe button. Do it for my friend Kai, who you guys can't see. And yeah, love you all, and Hala Madrid.